Welcome to the NEC Women in Business series. At NEC, we'd like to take this opportunity to celebrate the social, economic, cultural and political achievements of women around the globe. Throughout this series, we'll be talking to women from NEC and highlighting their experiences, knowledge and mindsets within business. Today we have with us Wilma, who is Senior Service Delivery Manager at NEC Australia. Wilma has over 25 years experience in the ICT industry across both public and private sectors. Wilma, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks, Carly. Good to be here.
What's the best feedback that you've ever received at work?
I've probably received a lot of feedback over those many years. The best feedback I would probably say, wrapping up in Darwin, my manager there, the regional manager of the Northern Territory, he had a lot of good things to say about me. And one of the things I guess that struck me there was just him saying how much he'd learnt from me also over that period, not just from what I've achieved and what I've done in that time. So I guess you never really know the impact you're having on people. The feedback and advice that's probably struck the biggest chord with me has come from the least expected short-term manager that I had at one point through the different roles in NEC. He said that I'd stop myself short quite regularly, not sort of engage too much, not offer my opinions. He said to me that I should, not place boundaries in front of myself and unless somebody puts them there. It made me realise that, to stop and think that I was my own worst enemy, stopping myself from progressing really opened up the road for me from that point of view. And I saw a real change in the way that I started to work it's funny that sort of advice comes from somebody you least expect.
How do you juggle all of your roles?
Over the years, I probably haven't done that so well at some times of my career. But I think you need to make sure that you're present where you need to be in that role. If you're at work, you're at work. If you're in a meeting, you're really engaging and listening to the person that's talking and the room and, offering what you need to offer in those situations. And when you're at home, that you're fully engaged there as well, because otherwise, if you're not, you miss the most important moments of your life. I think you've got to question everything and understand, where you are, where your workload is, where the demands are coming from. And if you're overwhelmed, then make sure that prioritisation is key. It's a constant prioritisation. It's a daily prioritisation. And I think that helps me quite a bit, as well as, the focusing where you are at that point in time and making sure that you're present with the different roles is something that I think has helped me juggle.
What strategies do you have to ensure that during change that you still remain positive?
I always look to try and understand the change that's happening and what I need to do. And the more I understand, the more it sort of creates a bit of a calmness in me to go, okay, this is where I'm at. This is what's changing and why it's changing. And if you understand that and what it means to you and what it means to the people around you, you can start to engage in that change a little bit and always try to look for the opportunities in change, because they're absolutely there. Just engaging it and understanding it, I think, makes a big difference rather than trying to fight against it.
What would you tell your 18-year-old self?
I think probably the first thing I would say is to get to know yourself and your own capabilities. Back yourself, definitely. Be confident and don't restrict yourself in any way. Be open to change. And take every opportunity to develop as an opportunity to progress, I think. And, to understand that people and relationships are so important.
Fantastic advice, and I think one that many people can probably take now, not just when they're 18. Wilma, many thanks for your time today. It's fantastic insights and really great to hear your experiences and certainly you'll be able to generate a lot more knowledge within the business itself. Join us for the next episode of the series to hear from other females within NEC and their varied experiences within the business too.